Well, hey guys, back again. Finally made it back to the gym. I gotta tell you, my legs are not happy. A little weak. Restarted the Couch to 5K again. Figured I'd just start from ground zero after I made it almost 2 weeks without going to the gym again. Then I did the elliptical for a little bit. I'm amazed at how short amount of time it takes for you to lose the conditioning that you had. Before I got hurt, I was well into the 7th or 8th week of C to 5K. I was running 20 minutes at a pop and continuous and doing pretty good at it. I had some pretty good mile times, at least on the treadmill. But I have to say, for some reason today, it almost felt like I was back after I stopped smoking when I started working out a little while after I gave them up. And I'm just, like I said, I'm amazed at how fast you lose that conditioning and how fast it just goes away, and how long it takes you to get it back. I mean, granted, I wasn't a gym rat. I was going quite a bit, but I was doing maybe an hour at a time, doing some weights. I'd switch off doing cardio and weights, and there for a while I just started doing the weights and laid off the cardio because I was having problems with my shins and my feet. And so I'm gonna restart and do the cardio first, get that back as good as I can, and move forward onto the C to 5K again. Do it like I did before, get the cardio down, and then start moving into the weights. I know there's certain people I know who will say that you gotta lift, you gotta do that, and I was like, I know that I do. I just have to get back into my rhythm that I had before, because as y'all know, it's really hard to get back into that rhythm and get that motivation back once you've let it go, and either be an injury or not having enough time or family crisis, family emergency, what have you. It just takes a really long time to get back into the groove. I'm getting there, and I guess I'm at the point. I still love the fact that I'm going to school. I think it's great. I'm having fun. I'm learning stuff, and I probably should have been a little bit more eye-opening on how much time it was actually going to take. Because unfortunately, last time I went to school in high school, I could care less if I went to class or did the work or anything like that. So, but as everybody knows, this is a whole different ball game. I'm paying for this, and it's my time, and the only person who I'm accountable to for it is myself. I got my wife backing me up 100%, because without her, I don't think I could do what I'm doing. And I'm trying to focus on the gym and school, and it's going to be a balancing act, working 40, 50, sometimes 60 hours a week. But that's what you got to do to move forward and get things done and get what you want. It's just not gonna appear on your front doorstep one day and say, here's everything you ever wanted. No, you got to work for it, and you got to put in the time. And it's time for me to put in the time and do what I need to do to get where I want to go. And luckily, like I said, I have support from my wife and family and friends, and everybody's cheering me on, and I couldn't ask for anything else. And it's amazing that I do have this opportunity, and that I have this, in my opinion, second chance to do things over again. I mean, I smoked for almost 20 years and gave those up, and now I'm probably, I would say, the healthiest I've been in my entire life. Even with having had time off and everything like that, I'm still, being cigarette free is just amazing. And I'll be honest, there's times where I do miss it. When somebody lights up next to me, I'm like, ooh, that smells good. I really like that. And then they'll come back by about 20 minutes after they get done with the smoke, and the smell's like, oh, you stink. Smell like an ashtray. And the first time I actually smelled it and realized it, I apologized to my wife for it, because I didn't realize what I was doing to her and doing to my daughter. And even though I wasn't actively smoking around her for the most part, the smell and everything still affected her more than I wanted to admit at the time, and it took me a long time to accept that. And it's one of those things you have to come to grips with. But it's almost 6:30. I'm done at the gym, getting ready to head home. I still got some schoolwork to do tonight before I go to bed. So I'm going to say see you later, and you guys have a good one, and we'll talk at you at the next one. See ya.